Alrighty guys, so tomorrow's going to be a big day with Sukuna releasing, of course, but with that, there is going to be a GSSR selector banner happening, of course, and what's interesting about this is that characters are coming back that weren't in the original general pool where the game is at right now. Obviously for global, we're having to wait because it seems what they're going to be doing on global, because I know a lot of people are waiting for like Momo and whatnot to go into the general pool banner, so that way you guys can go crazy on the general banner itself if you've been saving your tickets, of course. But the reason why it's kind of slow pace, which shouldn't be the case, but unfortunately here we are, is because they're waiting for the first batch of characters to release, so that way they can throw them in as a whole. And just to give you guys a bit of a idea on what I mean by that, is for global, this is the first batch of characters that is going to be thrown into the pool, and that is okay. So here we go. So this is the first batch. So if you guys wondering when this will get added onto the game, I just kind of want to briefly touch up on global, is when we get these selected characters right here. So we already have these units, they are already in the game. Obviously they're not in the general pool just yet, but they will be permanently in the general pool going forward once all of the remaining characters release. And what I mean by that is we're waiting on the Panda, we're waiting on Nanami, we're waiting on Mekamaru, we're waiting on Todo, and we're waiting on Itadori. So these are the remaining characters in question. Once these characters get added, it seems what the developers are doing is they're waiting for these remaining characters to release just before they go into the half-year anniversary characters, to then make it so that these will be then added into the general pool. Just so you guys know, for JP in the general pool, these characters were added back in September, so it was actually a bit of a wait, to be honest. A bit of gap in between half anniversary to when they actually did add these. So yeah, so that's kind of the initial first batch of characters. What's interesting about all of this is that if I head back over to the notice board, where am I going? With these GSSR characters that they've got going on with these banners themselves, could this be an indication of them adding the second batch of permanently dropped characters within the general pool? Could be the case. And what's interesting is there are certain names that I'm seeing where I'm just like, hold up, are they no longer limited, or is this a rerun? Because before the movie banner came back, which by the way, this is 100% is limited, this isn't going to change. Even Miguel's 100% limited, which is fine. I mean, you don't really hear all that. We've kind of come to that conclusion. But before the movie character release, there was another GSSR banner happening during the first year anniversary, which I summoned on it. And lo and behold, I pulled the half year anniversary Teen Gojo, which to my surprise, wasn't expecting that. But then I just thought, right, during celebration times, I'm sure they'll bring back some of the broken characters that are slightly limited. Well, I say slightly, were limited at the time. But things might be changing to say that maybe they're no longer limited. Maybe they are going to be releasing in the general pool. And if that is the case, that could be good news for global. If you guys do want to play it smart, if you want to capitalize and maximize for the half year anniversary for global, which will be the first year anniversary to what JP had, right? So going through the character, so these GSSR banners will work in a way where you select 3 characters of your choosing, which for whatever typing. So if you want to summon on the red banner, then you can select 3 red typings, and 1 of 3 will appear. So this is a full-on. It's still a bit of a gamble, but you've got 1 in 3 chance to get what you want, basically. So I'm going to try my luck, because, you know, I'm after certain characters that I missed out on, of course. But within the banners themselves, so this is all the characters listed for the red typing, so Itadori, Kubisaki and whatnot. Right here, half year anniversary Toji is in the building. He will be in the banner itself. So is that an indication to say that maybe, because Maki's also in here too? Wait, no, I always get Maki and Mai mixed up, Jesus Christ. But no, Mai's at the bottom. Yeah, so like Mai's involved, which means, so what we will do right now is we'll get rid of all these characters, because we've already spoken about the first batch. So let's kind of dwindle out the second batch. Is this going to be the second batch? So Mai and Toji, sorry. By the way, so exclude Hanami, of course, but everyone, and exclude Yuto, of course. All of these characters right here will be in the GSSR of your selection. So I'm I don't know if I want to go for mine. I might skip out on the red, to be honest. But anyway, just kind of wanted to go over that. So that's something to take note of. So now we're hopping over to the blue banner itself. Yeah, this is blue. So Itadori, Panda. So with the blue one, pretty much everyone is on the table except Geto, Yogo, because of course it's free to play. Miguel and Geto are limited. So second batch potentially, second batch potentially, second batch potentially. Okay, then we're on the greens. Now the green banner is very, very interesting because if we head back over to our green units, everyone is on the banner except these three characters. So these three, these two, and this, and Saki, there we go. They are on the banner itself. So Geto during the half anniversary did drop, but I think he was just a pickup. But then again, he hasn't returned for a hot minute. Well, no, I think he might have been back on the GSSR. It's just I didn't pull him or not. But I probably will hit up this banner specifically for him, since I do want him. But what's interesting to note is these three are not. But yeah, Saki was eventually going to be dropped as a general. So if they bring back the half year, then this Teen Geto 100% is going to be thrown into the mix. So that's something to take note of. And then when it comes to the yellow characters, yeah, once again, Teen Gojo. And Yaga too. Oh, this is, yeah, 100% where we're diving in here. So pretty much with where things are looking right now, if they do update it and they make it so that this is the second batch of permanently dropped characters, oh, this is going to change a lot of things. Yuki is pre-anniversary, he won't be involved in all of this, unfortunately. So this is the potential lineup for the second batch of permanently dropped characters in the general pool. Again, this could just be them just doing it for anniversary sake, GSSR sake, just to kind of make it a bit of a pickup. But I think with where the game is at and with us, you know, heading into, I guess, a new chapter, a new period within the game itself, this second set of permanently dropped characters could be the case. And for them to consider it with these half-year anniversary characters that are no longer going to be limited potentially and maybe thrown into the general pool, that will, I guess, beg the question on future limited characters, of course. Now, I don't know, because technically speaking, what they can do is they're probably bringing them back for the sake of the anniversary festivities and whatnot, New Year's festivities, of course. So that's probably why. But the fact that they are being thrown into the mix, it could lead to one thing, to say that these three could be in the mix with the second batch of GSSR. And if that is the case, this second batch is looking damn good, because practically everyone in this batch of second set of characters are all freaking good, like really good. So well, the thing is that we're gonna find out whether or not if they are going to be permanently dropped, because they would have to announce it going into January. So that might switch things up for global in the future, depending on how you want to go about tackling these characters. What they should do, and I hope they do going forward, is, if they are doing these GSSR selectors, don't make them paid only, for the love of God. I understand that JP made them paid only, but surely they can twist it and turn it and, make it fair on global, surely.